Alright, we're back. Another rap analysis video. I just love doing these. I just pick songs that I like. Between 1990 and around 2010 is when I was mostly influenced by the rap songs, which are a lot of them is the soundtrack of my life. It was always my second passion other than wrestling, and it helped me get through some long road trips and times where I was injured and couldn't do much else, and days of work where I had to work really long hours in a factory. And the songs, I really lived vicariously through the rappers back then, and I really was able to connect with them, in my opinion. Like, I really got into them and their personal things that they said on songs, and I just was fully committed. So the song I picked today, if you could tell by the beat, I played it really quiet, is Do Re Mi, which is Eminem, D-12, minus Bizarre, and Obie Trice. And this song is a diss song where they're going at Benzino and Ja Rule pretty hard as well. So just to fill you in, I believe from what I was able to see, the track was released in 2006. Initially, I think it was like an underground album or a mixtape that it came out. It was, some people say it was from a Raw Uncut album or the Straight from the Lab album, and it was track 7 on the Raw Uncut album, what I saw. And it was produced by Mr. Porter, who's of D-12. And basically what happened was, the reason these beefs started is Benzino, who was, if you don't know about him, he was the owner of The Source, and he was a rapper himself. He was in a group Made Man, and he did some solo work. And him and Eminem started trading shots back and forth. Something to do with the magazine. I think he called him Vanilla Ice or something like that in the magazine. Or maybe not even him, maybe just someone in the magazine did it, but he's guilty by association. And then Ja Rule was famous for his beef with 50 Cent, which Eminem was kind of drawn into. And then the one line where Ja Rule said, M, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known slut, so what's Haley gonna be when she grows up? Now the song I had back in the day on my iPod had the Ja Rule clip played at the beginning of this song, almost like to let people know why they were going so hard at him. And so Eminem and his daughter Haley do the intro and outro, and then Eminem does the chorus, and D-12 and Obie handle the verses. And what else do I got here? Yeah, we're just going to get into it. So, like I said, the Ja Rule thing, on the version I have, not all the versions on YouTube, there's a lot of versions on YouTube. And there's also, it's also available on Spotify and Apple Music and a few of those. But then it says the Ja Rule line, which I just mentioned, and then Eminem is talking to his daughter, and he says, Haley, what do you want to be? What do you want to grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up, baby? I'm already screwing this up. Good thing I'm not a rapper. And she says, I don't know, but I do know I don't want to grow up to be like Ja Rule's dirty-ass little kids. And then Eminem laughs and says, come on, G-Unit. And then he says, Haley, come here, baby. Bring daddy his Oscar. We're going to shove it up Ja Rule's ass. And then Swift starts off with some rapping. And he goes, I'm about to get rid of some hoes, it's simple. I'm quick to murder ink with lead, and I ain't talking about a pencil. So Ja Rule was part of the Murder Inc. record label, but he's making a thing about ink and pen and pencil. He's going to kill him with he's going to murder ink with lead, with bullets, but he ain't talking about a pencil or ink or a pen, which is a pretty great line to start it off. Look at what the fuck you done got into. I see you found your niche, you just a bitch with a menstrual. So he's just saying, that he's a girl, and he has that time of month every month, once a month. And he's claiming you a murderer but spelt it wrong. You put E before the D because that's all you want. Well, there was a famous track where Ja Rule said M-U-R-E-D-R, and he spelled murder wrong. And they're pointing out the fact that not only did he spell murder wrong, but that he was really into the ecstasy back in the days. So E for ecstasy is like, you put E before the D because that's all you on, because you're on ecstasy all the time. And then they make fun of, Ja Rule used to kind of dress similar to Pac and make a couple songs similar to Pac. Tupac, obviously, is what I'm talking about. And he says, you on Pac's dick, you a replica guy. If he was still alive, you would never get by. And then, so what he's saying is, he's only able to do that stuff because Pac is no longer with us. And then he says, all you do is cry. Bitch, keep it real. Life is more than imitating rappers and eating pills. Well, Ja Rule had a song called I Cry, or Song Cry, or no, it was I Cry. It was I Cry, where it was like a funeral song. It was a touching song. And life is more than imitating rappers and eating pills. Obviously, he said another word here. I have no place singing. I'm not going to say it. I try and replace it with rapper or killer or brother or homie, whatever the context is in. But so I try and still read you the line, but he's saying once again that he's imitating Tupac and that he eats a lot of ecstasy pills. And then he says, what kind of motherfucker ruins 3 deals that another person got you? They didn't see skills. I guess just like everybody else that's like up and coming rapper, they have a lot of deals fall through and they try and get signed wherever they can, but it's always good when you're able to use that as your offense here. And then he says, I ain't playing, you a brother getting cheated, and Ja will be praying on his... Well, my lyric site says cover because he needed. Okay, so I always thought he said Ja will be praying on his color because M was white and he was black, but I think he's talking about the album cover, so I had that wrong all this time. Or maybe I don't know. What do you think? Does he say Ja will be praying on his color or cover? I guess it would be cover. That makes more sense. Because he need it. And all you people hating, shut your mouths. It's just the real people ain't buying that shit y'all put out. So that was Swift's verse. He kicked it off really good. Swift and McVeigh. He was one of my favorites in D-12. And he was basically saying that Ja Rule makes a lot of songs for the ladies and like the people in the streets, the gangsters, the tough guys. They ain't feeling his music because he's more of a pop rapper. And then in comes Obie Trice, which I have to say, in my opinion, this was my favorite verse on the track. I just love Obie. He was so hungry here when he first came out. And then it's part of the same verse. Like, there's no chorus before this. He just picks up right where Swift left off, and he goes, do, re, mi, but we don't sing, motherfuckers. So Murder Inc., do your thing, motherfuckers. He's once again saying, you see a lot of the same references, but they have clever ways of making them different punchlines, but he's making fun of all the sing-songs with Ja Rule and Ashanti and all those kind of songs, right? You unleashed on a team who expects nothing less than R&B coming from that regime. So once again, he's saying, that's what they make. They make the R&B songs. Don't be messing with these hardcore rappers. And he said, regime is a little extreme. You're neck and neck with soldiers, motherfucking Marines. Ja sold his soul to sing. We've eyewitness team on the TV screen chasing the greed. Now that you've embraced the green, don't fuck with the triple beams. So now that he's, he sold himself out basically, so don't try and come back to the streets and be acting all hard, because now you're a pop star, or you're Mariah Carey basically, right? He's a motherfucking actor / Pac impersonating rapper / Billie Holiday, how it happened. Artist and repertoire saw him in action. Pac assassination, Def Jam grabbed him, told him reenact him and you'd go platinum. Well, I don't know about that, but he's claiming that as soon as Pac was killed, Def Jam wanted to make another Pac. I don't know, maybe they wanted to mirror success. Ja Rule's first album, Veni Vidi Vici, it didn't have any girl songs that I can remember. The single was Holler Holler, which was not for the ladies, but then when he came back out with Rule 336, that's when he had all his lady songs, but I don't know if he's right or not. Either way, it's a good line. And then he says, he's talking about Def Jam, he says, they seen it for sure. I know that Afina Shakur don't enjoy Jeffrey Atkins reenacting her boy, so I'm click-clacking this toy, mash and destroy, shady / aftermath in Detroit, motherfucker. So he's basically saying that Tupac's mom wouldn't be happy, although somewhere down the line, Ja Rule had a song cleared with Tupac. He made a Pain song and he got a verse from Tupac on there, but I don't know if that time if Suge Knight owned the rights to it or the Tupac family did, but so maybe that was or wasn't true, but it was a good line. And then, okay, here comes the hook, the chorus, Eminem. He says, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, da, don't blame me, cause you washed up, lost your spot. Mama say, mama kasad, Ja quit playing, knock it off, you're not Tupac. Don't hate me, I'm too hot, and you're not shooting at me with the only shot you got. Ja quit playing, knock it off, you're not Tupac, you'll get popped, popping all that shit you pop. Okay. So it's really catchy, and the way they go to this beat, it's a great beat, and the way they all do their parts of the beat. I'm just reading it, so I'm not bringing it real justice, but I'm just trying to enunciate it as best I can. And then after that, here comes Conniver, And he goes, now we can get past the mean mugs and get to the slugs, to the grievance and the crying and the intimate hugs. We don't take you serious, you shook, you half of a halfway crook. Get off X-Stick, go sing a hook. I guess he's claiming that he was like DMX too, but they almost had a group, DMX, Jay-Z, and Ja Rule, called Murda Inc. at one point. And he said, and you can't replace the late great one, speaking about Tupac again, and when you gone, you only gonna be the late fake one. Homie, please stick to the script, before the guns stick to the clip. And finally someone comes up, Benzino here, and Benzino, you ain't shit but a bitch. Fucking old ass, ignorant, innocent looking senior citizen. Built up, slappy like Grimace, all sensitive. Grimace was the guy that was friends with Ronald McDonald back in the day in like the 90s McDonald commercials, the big purple guy. And wait a minute, hold on. Is it me or does he look like a banana with braids and clothes on? Man, Conniver ain't holding back with how he feels about Benzino, just clowning him. A bitch made man, now how you gonna connect with them short ass arms like a Tyrannosaurus Rex? You people can scream, holler, and curse. Go ahead and respond and pull that pen and pad up out of your purse. Short but sweet for a Conniver, but man, he had a couple of good jabs in there. And then Proof comes in, R.I.P. Proof, and he's got the quiet voice, but he doesn't hold back at all. He says, Slim didn't send Proof to get at the wanksters. He told me to get loose and spit at the gangsters. So I guess he can't spit at Ja Rule or Benzino, I guess? I don't know. And he says, what's up, Gotti? Irv Gotti was the main man behind Murda Inc. Records. What's up, Gotti? And this little war you pushed on, put your ear to the ground for stepping on bush stones. I don't know if that's the real line or not, and I don't know what it means. Remember, if I'm wrong about anything, put in the comments. I want to be right. I want to make sure I have the right information, and I always want to learn. I don't say I'm knowing everything, and then sometimes I feel like the lyric sites are wrong, and maybe I'm right. What's up, Gotti? With this little war you pushed on? Oh, maybe. I don't know. What's wrong? Didn't think we strong with real killers. Roll like a boss in the streets. They still feel us. It's real business. Y'all ain't caught that concept. You're talking nonsense to walking bomb threats. Contact was blown by Benzetta in the source. Threaten at the boss. You gonna see me on your porch. Now Irv got the nerve to try and serve us on us. But Detroit killers early and ain't scared to bust. Okay, so he's just saying there, he's calling out the street card, I guess. I still don't think that one's right now. Now Irv got the nerve to try and serve us, but Detroit killers ain't scared to bust. Huh. I didn't think he said they were early. That's weird. And I'm going with this one, Genius.com. I know sometimes I use A to Z lyrics, but I sometimes hear it different in my head when I'm rapping alongside with it. So the next guy is going to be Con Artist, and he says, word to my homie Bugs, punks like you get beat up, stomped unconscious, and smacked with the heater. This rap cookie monster gets jabbed in the tonsils with dick so much that he should be fixed with a vagina. Who's behind ya? Cadillac Park or that transvestite that dressed like a little Kim Fox? Cadillac Park, he's talking about some of the other Murda Inc. members. There's Cadillac Ta, or that transvestite that dressed like a little Kim Fox. I don't know if he's talking about Charlie Baltimore, or I doubt Ashanti, or maybe he's talking about the other guy. There was like this other guy, Murder Black or something like that. You're just like a little wind box, pressed tight on the trigger of this Glock. Swallow that little shit you got left to help you eat. You knock Pac songs without love to help you sleep. Okay, so he's saying he's obsessed with Pac, he listens to him, that's his idol, which, like, Pac was a lot of people's idols, so whatever. You got shot in your video trying to mock Pac, you Machiavelli. Get your own identity. I love that one, because Tupac's alias was Machiavelli, and he's calling him Machiavelli. That's good. And then Eminem comes in with the do-re-mi, so la-ti-da, don't blame me, because you washed up, lost your spot. And then, as he's saying that, it's saying, Eminem starts trash talking, and they keep doing the chorus of it there, and he says, don't you ever say my little girl's name in a song again, fucking punk pussy bitch, I'll fuck you up, boy, never, don't you ever in your motherfucking life, I'll choke the shit out of you, little mother midget, help Haley, I'll whip your fucking ass. And Eminem did a lot of diss tracks, but he never really talked like he was so tough, except for when his family was brought into it, then he really didn't hold back, that was his excuse. And then, Obie Trice talks some trash at the end here. Where is this going here? He says, "That's right, motherfuckers. Shady Records. What you know about it? Fuck Benzino. Fuck Ja Rule. This is Obie Trice right here talking to you motherfuckers. Ja Rule punk ass. Yeah, fucking Soul for Real ass." I don't know what that means. That's Soul for Real. That the homie from Soul for Real? I don't know. Fill me in, what is that? Is that like a group or something that, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure it's a good diss, though. He's got a deal now. He was rapping, "You don't know what's up. Get money to all my real people, man. Obie Trice, D-12, June, and 50 Cent, Haley J." And then at the very end, Haley says, "Daddy, is Ja Rule taller than me?" And Eminem says, "No, honey, you guys are the same size." So, I pretty much butchered that one. Or the site did. I should take the blame. I should have wrote it down myself. I listen to it quite often. It's on my playlist, but it's one of my favorite ones that whenever I see these top 10 list of diss songs, it never really makes it. I mean, they made so many songs back and forth at Ja Rule and all that stuff back then, and 50 Cent, and they get lost in the shuffle, but it's still one of my favorites. Not, I think it's just the beat and the way they rap on it. It's not how scathing it is or how personal they get. They have some really good lines. There's some really good punchlines in it that I like, but I don't know. I just really, it's one of my favorite D-12 songs, and right then at this moment, I was really high up on Obie, and this is one of his just. It's not what he says, it's just how he had that great flow, and so let me know what you think, write in the comments, you know, please subscribe if you can. I'm going to try and do way more of these, and if you have a song that you want to request, that I don't just do diss songs, and I also try and do the songs that were not music videos. I mean, I will if it comes down to it. I try and do the songs that are, you know, kind of get lost in the mix sometimes, or they were like the album cuts that really stood out to me that never got a video made for them for whatever reason, or just had a meaning in my personal life. And I feel like this one gets talked about because there's a lot of Eminem stands out there. I know that, but I mean, I just don't see it mentioned as much. I feel like it should get more props. I'm not saying it's up there with the No Vaselines and the Ethers and the Takeovers, but I just really like this song as a song, not just as pulling their skirt up or whatever. So, an ode to my wrestling days. Make sure you like or you get a leg drop. Make sure you comment or you get a clothesline. Make sure you subscribe or you get a suplex. And share or you get a sleeper. This has been another rap analysis video. Until next time.